Hey everyone, it is Sunday, June 18th. The time is 1:20 p.m. and it's about 22 degrees Celsius here in downtown Toronto. And this is Dundas Street East. And there's the intersection of Yonge and Dundas. And that would be the Eaton Centre just across the street. There's some city sightseeing buses, which I have yet to try. I'm trying to get out of the vicinity of this music they're blasting so I don't pick up a copyright match. There's a look into Dundas Square, and it looks like Cheetos has some kind of giveaway going on. It's a rather nice Sunday afternoon. And I need to make my way down to the Harbourfront Centre for 2 p.m. where I'll be meeting a friend for lunch. So this walk is my journey from Yonge and Dundas down to Harbourfront Centre. And I think what I'll do is I'll just stick to Yonge Street all the way down to Queens Quay. That's right where Lake Ontario is. There's Three Brewers. And I think this walk should be about 2.5 kilometers or so. That used to be a Foot Locker that moved to where the old Jordan store is just north of Yonge and Dundas. Now it's a place called Octo, or will be.
Wait.
It's not too often you hear French being spoken. I wonder if they're from Quebec or somewhere else. I can't really tell the Quebecois accent by just hearing a sentence or two. In terms of what's going on in the city this weekend, there is a Tennessee festival over in Liberty Village. And there's Taste a Little Italy over on College. I was there yesterday, and that's this morning's video. Now there's a Pink Floyd exhibit over at Exhibition Place. I was actually invited to that. But because of these lunch plans, I was unable to go. I'm not normally that in demand. And we are at Shooter Street. And St. Mike's is just off in that direction. There we go. rather noisy vet. I think I spoke too soon. Might have understated it.
Is that wow. That was super loud.
That guy was holding his ears. That would be a really nice spot to grab a lunch there at that Firkin. This particular stretch of Yonge Street might normally be a bit busier on a weekday. You've got that after-work crowd and a lot of students from Ryerson, or I guess TMU as it now is. But it definitely feels a bit more of a relaxed vibe on the weekends. Less cars, which is always a good thing. It's a bit calmer. People seem to be moving with less purpose. That was that same Corvette. All that, but he's only a block and a half further away. Here's where Queen Street is closed. So traffic signals be damned, I'm crossing anyways. That's a look to the east. So that's closed between Victoria Street in here and then between Yonge and Bay Street on the other side. And the streetcars are not operating, of course. There's Saks Fifth Avenue. This is Richmond Street. There's that Corvette again. So on the right, the financial district. And on the left, the St. Lawrence neighborhood. And this area is often referred to as Old Town. I think just north of here, around College, they call it Downtown Yonge. I think Old Town just might be the BIA, Business Improvement area name given to it, so that would cover the retail stretch here. And here is Adelaide Street.
She won. This is first year. It's the first year that's open.
There's a really neat skyscraper corridor on Adelaide. And good job on that Volkswagen, waiting until the intersection was clear before they entered. That is a rarity in this city. It's nice to duck into the shade temporarily. Might actually be better to be on the other side of the street. Kind of just baking in the sun over here. There's Craft on the left. They've got a really nice patio out back as well. I'm gonna take my own advice. And this is King Street. That's where you'll find King Station. And if you're wondering, that was a perfectly legal street crossing I just did. It is not jaywalking. It's only jaywalking if you cross against a signal. If you're away from the intersection and the coast is clear, you may cross. There's someone walking around with an action camera. I wonder if that's going to be a YouTube video. I'm just gonna pull the heel of my sock up a bit on my shoe. I'm wearing shoes I haven't worn yet to record a walking video. We're still in the break-in period. And when I wear a pair of shoes, I put a ton of miles on them. I know Ken wears Chucks. Whenever I see someone getting a view, I always wonder what it is. And he's got like a hardcore SLR or mirrorless, and she's got a little point and shoot. I wonder who's going to get the better picture. Probably one of their phones.
But they take care of it.
Didn't put that one together,
Yeah,
right?
they really connect.
All back to me.
Хорошо, хоть теперь коляска со мной рядом ходит, а то я не иду.
Here is Wellington Street. And I don't know if anything's moved in yet where the old Marché is. Opening spring 2023, Divina Dali. Looks more like it's just an art exhibit. I'll be walking alongside the Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame. That's not just for the NHL, but it's for all of hockey. Turn left at Front Street here and head over to the St. Lawrence Market. So I guess Grand Hall in French translates to Great Hall in English. Well, I guess this is on a lot of to-do lists and tourist guides. I've never actually suggested it to anyone reaching out to say what should they do. And we've got a CN Tower sighting. This street here on the left is the Esplanade, and there's a Nova hotel there, and apparently some renderings just got released for the redevelopment of that property, and they're going to be building a big new tower right where that is. It's right behind this Flatiron looking building coming up on the left. There's a lot of great patios out that way, and right behind me is where the old bus terminal is, which relocated into CIBC Square, and there is the third tower in the CIBC Square complex. Quite a ways over from the first two. And now it is under the rail corridor. Just enjoying a nice gentle breeze right now, as well as being shaded from the sun. And south of Front Street, these painted line bike lanes reappear on Yonge. It's really kind of insane that they don't continue all the way north up through downtown. There we go, Harbourfront, go left. That's where I'm going. Union Station 3 minutes to the right, Meridian Hall 4 minutes, as is the Hockey Hall of Fame. And this is Lakeshore Boulevard with the Gardner Expressway above. The decrepit Gardner Expressway. Pretty much my entire life there's been a debate as to what to do with it. And I still don't think we have a clear resolve. All right, when this light changes, we'll be on our way. walking by the Pinnacle 1 development in a moment. And the Sky Tower, I believe, is right there and starting to rise. That will be at least 1,025 feet tall. And that's supposed to be completed in 2024. There's 5 buildings in total at 1,025 feet, 865, 709, 492, and 322. I'm not sure which one this is. That could be the 709 footer behind it. It looks about that. And originally this Toronto Star building on the corner was supposed to be part of the Pinnacle development, and well, it still is, but they were supposed to reclad it and build it up even taller by adding floors to the roof. But that has not happened. And we are at Harbour Street, just in time to catch a red light. My timing with these lights is impeccable. There is a height application or a height increase application put in for this tower, as well as the competing One Bloor West. Both are vying to be the tallest tower in the city, and both are under construction, although One Bloor West has a rather considerable head start. Which is also on Yonge Street. Oh, we got 8 more seconds. What a long light cycle. I'm always conflicted when I stand at a long light cycle. Should I just cut that part out of the video? But when I started this channel, the whole premise was for these real-time videos, not the hyperlapse ones I used to do, but the premise was just to get the true pedestrian experience in the city. All right, it is 1:44. I don't think I'm going to be late. I'm just going to walk down to the lake at the Harbourfront Centre. And I'll text my buddy. We don't actually have a specific meeting spot. We just said Harbourfront. This street is Queens Quay. Queens Quay west to the right, Queens Quay east to the left. I think that's a Nissan Skyline. Well, the license plate says Skyline, so duh. Got a view looking north up Yonge Street. These are the private taxis you could take to the island, or the Toronto Islands. The public ferry terminal is just up in this direction. I won't be walking past it, but I can point the camera in towards where it is. So this is west on the south side of Queens Quay West. There's Alexandros. They've got another spot up in Greektown. This is the West End Harbour Castle Hotel and Conference Center. Unfortunately, in the 70s and 80s, the city did a poor job of protecting the waterfront. And a lot of developments and condos went in on the left here that blocked the views and sever what could have been excellent public land use. So we have a bit of a disconnected waterfront. It is 1,000 times better than what it used to be in the 80s. And still, I think Chicago set the gold standard for what could have been. And the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal is over in that direction. You're going to be in for a hell of a wait. If those are your plans. That's Harbour Square Park East. It's 1:48. My timing should be pretty much spot on. It is nice walking in the shade. So the Harbourfront Centre actually has several different venues. They're not all right where you think they would be. It includes the music garden as well. There's a theater there. The Harbourfront Centre Theater, formerly the N-Wave Theater. There's the Power Plant, which is a contemporary art gallery. There's numerous other galleries. There's the Lakeview Market, a World Cafe. And they host events on and off throughout the summer. And there's an old terminal building coming up. And there's a look at Love Park, which is not quite open. Apparently that one has movable street furniture in it.
Yeah, but not until it's...
There's just going to be free-floating chairs you can move to wherever you want. The Harbourfront Centre is centered around an old terminal building. What happened was the City of Toronto kind of complained loudly that Montreal was getting a lot of federal funding from the government for the 1967 Expo and then later the 76 Olympics. And the federal government implemented the Harbourfront Centre, and it later became a nonprofit institution. I think that was in the early 80s. That's that old terminal building straight ahead. They remodeled it and revamped it. Let's wait for the light. There's where you get some famous beaver tails. That pickup truck's going to be blocking the trail here.
That will have to let you on at the end of the day, right? Because these niggas can tell you anything to sell you a ticket, you know?
People lined up for the private water taxi, $12.50 one way. Plus a $1, what they call a card fee. Probably give you some piece of cardboard, and if you lose it, you have to pay $1 again. But why are you going to keep it in your wallet all that time? Might as well just call it $13.50 and forego the card. Well, maybe you need that for a return trip. I don't know. But it is 1:53. And I don't think you could ask for a more beautiful day. Maybe the sky could be a little bluer. There's a gentle breeze, but it's still plenty warm. So I think we're going to be hitting up one of these spots. Welcome to the Harbourfront Centre. There's the CN Tower and the Kahama, a tall ship you can book a cruise on. That's this big black one on the left here. Oh, it's all loaded up. Boarding 1:30, 3:30, 5:30, 7:30, and they have a bar on board. I got kind of spoiled in Amsterdam with the all-you-can-drink city cruises. But anyway, I have arrived at my destination, so I hope you enjoyed this one, starting at Dundas Square, heading south down Yonge Street to the Harbourfront Centre right along Lake Ontario.
We're going to get one more done.
3, 2, 1.
Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. There's a guy with a very serious camera on a gimbal. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.